da-da-da, da-da-da. Yes, I did that, and you will do it too for you guys. So, if you've been seeing my recent shorts, then you know I attended the NYEF. NYEF is the National Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship Fair, and it's basically for youths that are looking to, get a job, network with people, or start a business and be an entrepreneur and all of that good stuff. Okay? So, that's not the gist for today. The gist is, hey, in all you do in your life, in your existence, work hard so you make money, enough money to even forego some, and just make money, honey. Make money. So, day four. The reason why you haven't seen the fourth day short as well is because of this very gist. So, day four, I'm going home, returning home with my boss and my colleague, and they're pushing this woman in a wheelchair, because they're men, they have more strength. And all of a sudden, we see people coming back up to where the event was at. And the lady in the wheelchair was like, "Why are you guys returning?" And they said, "Oh, they're paying. They've started paying and giving transport refunds because that's one of the perks or benefits of applying for the event. So you get transport refunds, you also get food coupons and all that. We'll get more into those." So the lady was like, she wants to return because first she stays in Waterloo. So to go and come back, if they're going to pay in person, is really difficult. I'm like, but they said they're going to pay cashless though, because we sent our orange money details and all of that. So cashless transfer, yeah. So I'm standing there and contemplating my life. My boss and my colleague leaves me, and the lady that was accompanying the lady in the wheelchair, they both return. Okay, so they put her in a keke and they return back to the event. And I'm just standing there. Do we want to go back with all this crowd of people, or do we just want to go home and risk forfeiting the money if they're not going to pay cashless? Like, you know what? Screw it. I'm done. I'm exhausted. It's day four. 4 days consistently waking up so early in the morning, coming here and having to move it because I was a participant. And my company where I work, my company, was also a vendor, like one of the biggest vendors that sponsored the event. So I had to move between work and participating and also pitching for my university. I didn't actually pitch, but I had to support and be there for my university. So it was a three in one thing. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go home. I went home, I ate some food, I relaxed, showered, and got into my bed, about to get all cozy and nice. Okay? And then my friend hits me up and she's like, hey, one of the organizers or the people, the supporting staff for the event just called me and she's my friend and says they're paying now and they're not going to pay cashless because da 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 this changed, that changed, blah blah blah. So I'm seated on my bed. I'm like, should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? Should I not go? So you know what? My friend is there. Let me just go. Let me just go and take the money. I already spent so much coming every day anyways. I might as well get something out of it, okay? Something out of all the other things I got. So I told my mom I was leaving. I went to the place again, paid money again, and I went there. And if you see the crowd of people, I'm like, wait, I thought you guys said this started. It was not, I think, because I saw some people returning. So from the time that I left those people to when I got home to when I returned, it was still there. A huge crowd of people. There were like 500 participants, and I don't even know how many people were there, but like 200 or 300. And they were so slow in paying people. I'm like, what's going on here? My friend, so we found a place to sit because I was not going to fight with people. No, I'm not going to stand in any line. I'm not going to fight with people. I'm so exhausted. I am too. Oh, hello. Okay, so we sat down. We waited. We waited for a while. Okay, it was around 11 p.m. 12, 11, no, 10, 11, and we were there till like almost 12. And they brought out police officers, and the police officers started fighting and dragging with young people, and especially the boys or the men. and they were just pushing at them. I'm like, why is all this necessary? If you lot had planned this out very well, all of this would not be happening. It became chaotic. People fighting to go into the door and collect the money, and the organizers fighting to keep them out and keep everything calm, but everything was chaotic. At some point, they came out and said, the police officers actually, because the organizers could not come out at some point. The police officers came and they were like, you guys, sorry, you cannot be paid tonight. You have to go and come back tomorrow by 10 a.m. Hello, sorry. So, a 4 days event, they have now had to double the transport to come. And I have to go and come and make a fifth day. And also add more transport on top. On top of how much money? I said, okay, okay, no problem. So, me and my friend and her cousin, we all came back, okay? We went to our houses and we rested. And she was like, I'm going to go there very early in the morning. I'm like, girl, I'm not with you. I got work to do. I got other things to attend to before I can come. So she goes there early in the morning, and imagine she goes there at like 7, 8. I sit in the east, okay, and she got I think number 20 out of the plenty people. So that was good for her. So for someone who was there since morning, she left there at 11. Okay, I got there at 11. I think shortly after she left, and I see this massive crowd of people. I'm like, what did you come to do here? Why can't you just forfeit this money? So, so I went there, okay, and I tried to get my number. So first you have to get a number before you can actually join the line. I got the number eventually after maybe 1 to 2 hours. Hey, just for a number. And my number was 100 and something. 150 something, I think. Yeah. And it was still at number 30 something, 40 something, because they were calling the people from the provinces faster. And then the person that was, imagine, how do you put two people in charge of paying over 500 people? You think we don't have stuff to do with our lives, or we don't have use for our time, or we're just giving this day to you? Make it make sense. So I eventually got my number after 2 hours, and I looked at them and they were still not even up to 50, and I was at 150 something. I left eventually, ate some food, rested, blah 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 blah. I kept calling the organizer friend or the supporting staff that was part of the organizing team. I'm like, hey, what number are they on now? He's like, oh, they're at 100 and something now. I'm like, oh, that's good. So I decided, you know what, okay, let me just return. So we returned back, and I'm seeing the same people I met in the morning when I came. They were still standing there in the line. I'm like, what number are they on? They're like 100 and something. I'm like, okay, at least that's good. At least we're in 100 and something. Okay, they might get to me soon. I stood there for almost 3 hours or 2 hours after I got there, and I only received my money at 6:19. I remember the time so vividly. I remember how much I struggled and suffered under the sun. I stood there fanning myself, just holding the fan like this. It was, it was painful. It was strenuous. There was nowhere to sit. Everybody was standing outside. It was brutal. It was it made all the work that the organizers put into planning the event and ensuring that it was a success. It dampened everything. It took it from 100, because I was really hyped about the event, and I really, even though there were like a couple of shortcomings and stuff like that, some sessions didn't hold this and that, it was still a good experience for young people like us who are still in university and trying to build lives for ourselves and find ways to make income. So it was good. But that experience watered everything down for everyone. Some people were saying, I'll never come to this event again. I would this, I would that. I'll blast them on social media. I'll do this, I'll do that. I finally got in. Okay. And I check the list and I don't see my name. Yeah. So I joined the second line and I saw my name. And guess what? Someone decided to take 1 day of my transport reform. So that was about 80 leaves. So I suffered and went through all of that for 320 leaves. I have never suffered like that for money, for that amount of money. Hey, point of the gist is in all you do, make money. Was it worth going to? Not exactly. Not exactly. If I'd initially stuck to my original plan and not go, I think I would have felt better emotionally and mentally and not have to go through all that strain. Did I get the money and the transport refund? Yes, and that helped to cover a lot of the money that I spent going there and all of that. So that did help, and I was able to put my funds into more use. So that was also good. So eventually, deciding whether experiences like this are worth it or not is really difficult. It all depends on you and your need for money. Blah 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 blah. It was a wonderful event. Um, just goes to show that we have a long way to go when it comes to planning events and executing them. Because that was a very, very big overlook, and it was drastic. And I feel like it will come with detriments by the next event. But let's wait and see. So the question is, am I going to go as a participant next year? No, no. But that's not because of the experience actually. If I'm going to go to the event again, I would like to go as a volunteer or a supporting staff or stuff like that. Love you guys. Stay blessed. Stay woke. Make money. Please.